Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and this is me in the current time after making the series that I did, and I just want to say before I start with my 100 subscriber special and my bracket, I just want to say that you won't see the bracket on screen. That's because my dad was holding a piece of paper. So yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hey everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I am doing something that I've been waiting for about a month, my 100 subscriber special, and with the release of AntMan and Aquaman, we are doing a bracket of the MCU and DCEU. Now we're doing 3 parts of this. Part 1, we're just going to narrow it down to the top 32. Then next week we're going to cut the field in half, and then week 3 or day 3 we'll do it in the final 16. Now,
yes.
Let's begin.
Wait, hold on. Who's it? You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me Scream was going to be here.
Oh yeah.
Hello, I'm the warden here, and I'm going to be hosting with.
Whoa! You told me I would not be stabbed during this. You made a promise.
Yeah. And this is my dad, who you might remember just last
Hello,
week from
Father Hollywood. How are you? All right. As long as Screamface can behave himself, I think we could do this. And
Okay.
I'm the keeper here, right? I'm
Yeah.
also the secretary. My son
And
pays me
it's best
terribly.
of 3. Whoever votes the more will move on.
All right.
Now, the first matchup is the Incredible Hulk versus Thor: The Dark World.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
I would have to say Thor: The Dark World had a better performance.
That's one for Thor.
Neither of them I was the biggest fan of, but I'll go with Thor: The Dark World.
Well, it doesn't even matter, because I was going to say... Thor: The Dark World. All right, 3-0. Incredible Hulk, off. Next.
Black Widow versus Black Adam.
Black Adam had a better performance in my opinion.
Yeah, Black Adam was a better film, and Black Widow is still a good film, but I think Black Adam was a great film.
The CGI set for...
Well, I'm going with Black Widow, but it doesn't matter, because the world is run by the young. These two have decided Black Adam makes it to the next round. Next.
Iron Man 3 versus Justice League 2017.
So that's Justice League, not Justice League.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League is a completely different film. Let's start with you.
I would say...
Iron Man 3 versus Justice.
Iron Man 3 would be way better.
Yeah.
I like the villains in that.
Yeah. Justice League is my second least favorite on this entire list. So yeah, Iron Man 3 pretty easily wins.
Iron Man 3, it is unanimous. And I also think Iron Man 3 was incredibly underrated. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Loved what Shane Black brought to it. All right, next.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness versus Wonder Woman 1984.
How are we even voting on this? Who's gonna? Are any of you gonna vote for Wonder Woman 1984?
Yeah.
What?
Why? Look,
Screamface is a murderer, and that's the least surprising part of him. The most surprising, Wonder Woman 1984.
Yes.
Do explain yourself.
yeah, explain more.
Versus who? Again?
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse.
Versus who?
Oh yeah, because Wonder Woman 84 is like one of the best superheroes ever, and it had a great performance.
Did you see the film?
Yes.
Oh, all right. I'm just making sure. All right, but
It's like 1% better.
1%. But well, what do you say, Mr. Hollywood?
When I first saw Wonder Woman 1984, and this is before Zack Snyder's Justice League, I believe I put it second best DCEU film behind Shazam, but over time it didn't age well. And Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, I just really like that film, so I'm gonna go with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on this.
So am I. So that is 2-1. Sorry, Screamface.
Yeah.
Moving on.
This is maybe the toughest one yet. Avengers Age of Ultron versus Man of Steel.
This is tough. What sayeth you?
It's Avengers Age
So
of
I
Ultron.
recently watched Man of Steel. I thought it was awesome, and everything about it was awesome. But I would have to say Age of Ultron because Ultron is one of my favorite villains.
All right, Mr. Hollywood.
They're both really good films in their own way. And Avengers Age of Ultron, while it's the weakest of the Avengers film, it is still a really good film. However, I think I'm going to give a slight edge to Man of Steel. I just think it had a really good origin by Superman.
$1 split.
And General Zod was a maybe the best DCEU villain.
All right, well, it all comes down to me, and I am going with, this is a hard one, I'm giving a slight edge to Man of Steel. Man of Steel.
Okay.
2-1. Man of Steel goes on next round. Next! Oh, this one's hard.
This is actually maybe even closer. Iron Man 2 versus Aquaman.
I would have to say Aquaman is better because it was like the first Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman is one of my favorite superheroes, and I just really like the world that and the world that James Wan created. So I'm gonna give a slight edge to Aquaman.
And it is unanimous. I saw Iron Man 2 in the theater. The fire alarm went off, and we all had to leave. And that was the most exciting point of the film. I then saw the rest of the film, and I think the fire alarm did us a service. So, Aquaman it is, unanimous. Next one. Oh, this is a good battle.
Captain Marvel versus Batman versus Superman, and it's the Ultimate Edition, not the theatrical edition.
All right. Why don't you start this time, Hollywood?
So Batman vs. Superman, the theatrical cut, is one of the worst superhero films ever. However, there's a 30-minute extended cut that was a little more fleshed out, and Zack Snyder actually finished it. And as much as I like Captain Marvel, I'm going to give it to Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Edition.
All right. Wow. How about you, Screamface?
Well, I would have to go with Mr. Hollywood in this. I just thought it was better.
Well, I think you both are fools. I'm going with Captain Marvel. It doesn't matter because apparently this is a democracy run by nincompoops, and thus Batman vs Superman lives to fight another day. Next,
Birds of Prey versus the Eternals, and let's.
How about you start?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll start with this one. This is a really good one, and I think both these movies are legit. They're totally unique. Very strong female voices on both of them, but I think I might give the edge to Birds of Prey, even though I like Eternals and I'll defend it. But Birds of Prey did something really kind of strange and fun, and I actually think the DCU would be better off if it kind of followed Birds of Prey's lead, if you will. But what say you?
I would agree with that. Even though Eternals is one of my least favorite MCU films, I actually still really like it. However, Birds of Prey is just more entertaining, and it's just better storytelling. And it kind of cemented Harley Quinn as a great character.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget that I'm sitting next to Scream. Go ahead.
What about you?
I would have to say the same about
Birds of Prey, 3-0.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Zack Snyder's Justice League versus Thor: Love and Thunder. This is...
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
No diss, bro. Like, Thor: Love and Thunder was bad. Ragnarok was better.
Well, yeah, Ragnarok was better, but I don't think Love and Thunder is bad. But I can't believe I'm doing this again. I'm giving a slight lead to DC. I'm stunned to hear me say it, but I thought Zack Snyder was going for something pretty epic with his version of Justice League, and I'm shocked that they took out some of the scenes they did, because like Flash rescuing his soon-to-be girlfriend, that was a great
and the final battle of Flash turning back time.
That was cool too. So yeah, I think Justice League. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, I actually really like Thor: Love and Thunder, and it is actually top 10 MCU movies probably. However, Zack Snyder's Justice League is my favorite DCEU film, so that was a pretty easy one. Zack Snyder's Justice League is moving on.
All right, so it looks like this is
Captain America: The First Avenger
versus Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and the original one, not the Suicide Squad.
Oh.
And
I'm sorry. Why would you even waste our oxygen?
Yeah,
Captain America. Please.
Yeah, Captain America: First Avenger.
Oh, come
easily.
on. All right, you agree with that scream face? All right,
yeah.
Good. 3-0 once again. Our next one on the list.
And the final battle before we do the top 32, it's the original Thor versus Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Quantumania, eh?
I would have to say Ant-Man and Quantumania was better because Kang played the best role in villain history.
Yeah, I would agree. And the first Thor movie is actually pretty low on my MCU ranking, and I still enjoy it, but Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is much better.
They say youth is wasted on the young, and I think this is proof of it yet again, as these two fools go for Ant-Man and Quantumania, but doesn't matter. I like Thor more. I thought Kenneth Branagh did something really fun with the a character that I was never that into in the comics, and yet I loved when I saw him on the screen. It definitely was one that survived as a franchise because of Ragnarok, but Thor was the thing that put the pieces into place, and AntMan, which I enjoyed. I liked it more than the critics did, but you fools.
You would still put
Thor is ahead, doesn't matter, 2-1.
now.
Ant-Man Quantumania goes to the next round.
So that's part 1 of this bracket, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and tune in a few days to see part 2, and then to see part 3. And one quick thing is that the way that we did this bracket is basically we ranked all the movies by their Rotten Tomato scores, and then we seeded them. And the reason you didn't see all of them, the MCU and DCEU movies yet, is because the top seeds got buys because there was an odd amount, and we are keeping track, so you actually won't see like what it is, but like I'll post like after part 3 is posted, I'll post you like the full picture of the bracket so you understand like what the results were. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and before I even leave, I'm just gonna tell you what this is. So this is what is called the Glory Crown. Now we're gonna start this next month, but basically me and some of my friends do some challenges every week, and at the end of the challenge we do roulette, where we basically gamble our points, and then whoever has the most points will win the Glory Crown for a week. So, which is basically just the winner of our friend group. However, we do some challenges, and then we have like I said, a game of roulette. So I'm excited to start those, and yeah. Now, thanks for watching.